What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Shouts out to Josh, the founder of the Strict Dad Foundation, where better parents make better children for a better world. And in that finding out, um, he do some things on his Facebook page where he bringing a lot of awareness to things, asking questions about life and things, just helping people to be more responsible, to be better parents, and you know, um, raising the awareness, man, that we need to do, and educating brothers and sisters on life and everything that's going on around us. So remember, when these questions are asked, you also can participate by going to the Facebook, the Strict Dad Foundation Facebook, Instagram. The description, I always put the description of those in my blogs. Go to the channel, like and follow, and you can participate also. And I also bring it here. Um, but I'm changing a little bit things. So when I'm asking these questions, you also can participate by answering these questions too in your own opinion. Whoever gives the best answer, I believe who gave the best answer, I'm going to pin it up and you're going to win, and I'm going to cash app you or PayPal you some money free of charge just for participating. Um, so here's the question. And remember, this is for the money also. So for everybody who want to participate. What age is appropriate or necessary to educate your children about sex? What age is appropriate or necessary to educate your children about sex? Now, the thing about this is, I don't think there's a specific age. I believe you go according to what these children been exposed to. That's what I believe. I believe if you raising a child in an environment where you are protecting that child's innocence and that child does not have the knowledge of sex and things like that they probably learn from movies and music and relatives who come over and things like that, then I think the appropriate, the maybe appropriate age to open them up about that to some degree, depending on the measure. You also got to use wisdom in doing this to know what a child can handle based upon what you know about your child. This is what makes us parents. This is where molding come in at, where you're able to see the gifts and flaws in your child to know how to give them as you see what's in them. Like the Bible said, God gave every man the measure of his faith. Everybody don't get the same measure. Some people can handle 10, some people can handle 5, some people can handle 1. And God knows who to give 10, 5, or 1 to. Same thing for us as parents. You have to know what to give your child, how to give your child based upon what you know. What you know. And that's why it's important as a parent to know. Now, the appropriate age necessary to educate your children about sex. When they begin to understand what the body parts mean, it's certain levels to this, and that's one level, because you want to make sure when your child know what the arm is, the head is, the leg is, the chest is, the butt is, when they know what that private part is, that's the first step of educating them on sex, that they may be mindful of somebody violating them without them knowing they being violated. So you have to educate them on, that's another form of it. Being able for them to know, hey, it's inappropriate for somebody to touch you here, touch you there, touch you there. Even me. Even me. You get what I'm saying? So when somebody do that, tell. You know what I'm saying? Come tell me, you know? You know, you have to, it's levels to educating sexually wise. And I believe when they move into, like I said, but when they've been exposed, but say for instance you got a child that's already exposed to it. He listen to all type of uh all these rappers out here and Chris Brown and all this stuff, and they already exposed to sex and lay you down, open your legs, let me hit it from the back, do all that. When they've been exposed to that, then you have to give them that real. You have to give them that real when they've been exposed to that. And you have to educate them on what they already know so that they can understand. Now you have to teach them how to get understanding. And at the same time of getting understanding, they have to know the good and bad about these situations and knowing that these things that's done inappropriately always lead into consequences that you don't want to be answering for. So I believe all those things is necessary like that. That's just for me. What I know. I think you just got to go by your knowledge and your wisdom. You know? Um, so and then when I mean, and it's no different between girls and boys. It's not, because some people tend to think it's a difference between girls and boys. Some people think that when you got a boy, it's okay for him to mess around with girls at a young age. But when it's a girl, look at how awkward that is. Your son can mess around with girls at a younger age than his sister can because he a boy, even though he messing around with somebody else's daughter. You see how contradictory that is? But your daughter can't because she a girl and she should have more respect for herself than doing that. But what about the girls your son messing with that's the same age as your daughter? Shouldn't you also have respect for those young people too? See what I'm saying? So it's the same. It ain't no different. What applies to guys applies to girls. And vice versa to some degree when it comes down to that. Everybody should be respecting their bodies, whether adolescents or adults. Respect your body. Know your worth and your value. Don't just give yourself to others. So that's for me, man. With that being said, look, it's your boy Battle Truth. Real Under Here Certified Gear is available to everybody that's real. Click the link in the description box, man. Join my Patreon. And joining my Patreon, I just released a single. I just released 10 blogs on there. You'll love it, man. Also, subscribe to the channel, man. Shouts out to Josh, founder of the Strict Dad Foundation. Better parents make better children for a better world. Click the link in the description box to both the Facebook and Instagram to that, man. That's the question, y'all. So if you answer the question in the comments and I like your reply and it's the best one, I'm going to cash app you and give you, excuse me, I'm going to cash app you or PayPal you, you know what I'm saying, to give you a reward for participating in the Strict Dad Foundation questions, man, that he do once a week on his Facebook page and helping uplift the community and making better men and women out of our people, man. And it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.